Why marriages in every culture include gods as witness. Marriages in various religions and cultures are often held in churches and other places of worship. This aspect of traditional marriage has been essential, as marriage occurs as a religious ceremony. Over the years, marriages have evolved to where they don't have to be in a church setting, but a priest will still help the couple with their marriage vows. Marriage has long been considered sacred in many cultures. Marriage is a concept intended to last forever and is not supposed to be easily broken. The traditional concept of marriage has been under attack over the years, as it has never been easier to reverse or end a marriage than now. People aren't as interested in getting married as they used to either, with many of them willingly breaking chastity rules in their faiths. It is essential for anyone looking to marry to understand the value and purpose of marriage and how marriage is critical to preserving life. Those who haven't considered marriage should also know why it is vital to their faith. By understanding how important marriage is in one's faith, it becomes easy to figure out why marriages occur in the witness of God. What do religious texts say? Various religious texts state that marriage is a critical aspect of one's faith. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24 states that married couples should unify and shall be one flesh. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22 also says that those who are married will find what is good and receive favor from the Lord. Elsewhere, Judaism sees marriage as a bond commanded by God where two will enter a relationship through God's request. Marriage is a commitment to God to have children. Marriage is also considered religious in Islam, as Surat an-Nur 24:32 says marriage is critical among single people to ensure they are righteous. These texts are part of why so many marriages are religious events. Marriage is vital to their religious values, and having them in churches and other places where the gods are present is essential to the practice. How the ceremonies work. The way how marriage ceremonies work shows a need for people to incorporate their gods in their marriages. For example, a traditional Chinese wedding entails the bride and groom performing ceremonial vows to the gods and their ancestors before turning and bowing to their parents and then to each other. The Christian faith made the church and God critical aspects of marriages. The church made marriage into a sacrament in the 12th century. While the concept of marriage was considered necessary for people aiming to follow Christian beliefs, it was also essential to provide respect to God during the marriage process itself. The Christian marriage eventually progressed to where the ceremony would occur inside a church building with a priest officiating the ceremony. People have more freedom today to choose who they want to marry, but doing so in front of the gods remains vital. The value of chastity. Chastity has also been a critical part of marriage in many cultures. People in the Christian, Jewish, and Muslim faiths all considered chastity critical, as they feel sexual acts should be restricted to after marriage. The Buddhist and Taoist faiths also focus on chastity respectively through the Noble Eightfold Path and 5 precepts. Similarly in Hinduism, in the 7th vow the bride asks the groom to respect her and avoid indulging in any adulterous relationships outside the marriage. All these religions consider breaking chastity a sin, as marriage is a union of two people. Why are people moving away from tradition? People have been choosing to move away from traditional church ceremonies and other religious points when getting married. Many are moving away from religion and don't want to incorporate it into their weddings. Others might find places other than a church to be more festive sites for weddings. While marriage is generally encouraged among people who are responsible and can afford it, many prefer to avoid marriage because they find it too risky. They are uncertain about how much marriage would cost. Plus they don't like the idea of being restricted based on religious beliefs. In the ancient traditions of both East and the West, marriage was considered to be established by the gods and arranged by heaven. Once married, the bond could not be broken. Ancients understood that relationships between husbands and wives weren't always smooth, but the vows taken during a wedding ceremony were vows to gods, and the couple was prepared to face any difficulties together. They believed that marriage should be maintained on the basis of social and moral responsibilities and not just out of emotions and feelings. But today many youth consider that traditional marriage is not the eternal goal of happiness in life. Many feel that marriage is not necessary to validate oneself in society and that anyone could get out of a marriage if it harms one's mental, physical, or financial health. Understanding the importance of God in marriage. The best way how people can get back to traditional marriages is by looking at how God is critical to their marriages. There is a need to look at how people can obtain God's blessings in marriage. The main point of marriage according to God is that marriage provides people with a sense of purpose and understanding for their lives. All people are intended to have some meaning, and marriage provides people with the purpose of helping those who are the closest to them. Marriage is about preserving a family's heritage and keeping a family alive and afloat. It is about respecting the family and providing a way forward into the future. Marriage in front of the gods is also essential because the gods see marriage as a high standard of living following standards of chastity laid out by all traditional religions. A final word on marriage. Youth who are looking to get married should think how a traditional marriage ceremony works. Marriage is not just a legally recognized social contract, but it also has religious significance and is held in the witness of gods. Marriage is an aspect of life critical to one's faith, and everyone should understand its significance and honor it.